The man was killing someone with a pencil. He placed the pencil on top of a trash can when suddenly a taxi drove by, splashing water that knocked the pencil over. An elderly man nearby was distracted by the pencil and bent down to pick it up, failing to notice the bicyclist approaching. To avoid the old man, the bicyclist swerved and crashed into a nearby fruit stand. The owner and the bicyclist got into an argument. The bus driver, curious, took a glance but missed the traffic light change and accidentally hit a woman crossing the street. This woman was actually the man's assassination target. With his exceptionally high IQ, the man had precisely calculated everyone's next moves, orchestrating a perfect murder. When the police arrived at the scene, after questioning all witnesses, they concluded it was a traffic accident. However, one officer noticed the pencil nearby and immediately recalled another traffic accident from a few days earlier where the same pencil had been found. The female officer spotted the man on the overpass and immediately ran to apprehend him. Instead of fleeing, the man grabbed a nearby bicycle and threw it off the bridge, then stood still without running. The officer raised her gun and aimed at him, while the man appeared to be calculating something with his fingers. At that moment, a car below swerved to avoid the fallen bicycle, and the man suddenly jumped off the bridge, landing precisely on the car's roof. He had successfully escaped. The investigation revealed that all the victims had worked at the same hospital. The hospital's patients suffered from severe intellectual disabilities, and they had recently developed a drug to help increase patients' IQ. This man was also a patient at the hospital. 5 months earlier, he had suffered from severe cognitive impairment, but after some treatment, his IQ had reached 250. However, after the experiment concluded, the hospital wanted the subjects to return to their original state. To preserve his high IQ, the man killed the doctor responsible for the research. It was then that he realized he had been exposed. He planned to use his super high IQ to calculate all possible ways to kill the police. He deliberately lured them in and led them to a chemical plant. In his scheme, the female officer would put on an oxygen mask during the pursuit, delaying for a few seconds before being crushed by falling rocks. But the man hadn't expected her to not recognize the symbol and charge straight in, luckily avoiding the falling rocks. Unable to believe his miscalculation, the man froze in shock. Seizing the opportunity, the officer subdued him, only to collapse from respiratory poisoning. Seeing this, the man immediately got up and fled. Fortunately, his colleagues arrived quickly and apprehended him once again.